Coinbase. What do you think about this one?
I haven't looked at it today, so let's take a look. I'm interested. Today's Tuesday. Coinbase loves its Fridays. Ooh. Very interesting daily candle. Look at that. Right off the lows, too. 272. Key pivot. Oh, they bought this. This is pretty bullish, but it's not like breakout territory. So we have to take a look at this whole area of November. So November timeframe last year. This is last year. That's going to be 316. So you might get down. See where it stops, 303. I think so. Like 300s is definitely going to be a psychological level. I don't know that it goes right away. If I'm going to look at this, I'm going to look at it on Friday from a trading perspective. I'll just be net long in general, but eventually this looks good. It just looks like it's got a little work to do to the upside.
Also, over the weekend, there was 10 billion of trading volumes just on Coinbase, which is massive.
Yeah. So, but their earnings isn't till like mid-February. So late February. So this is one where like it's not going to get the attention today because the Mag 7 is going to report next week. So, yeah. I mean, it'll get that kind of like pre-earnings move, regardless of whether or not it's justified. It gets a pre-earnings move because they anticipate a result, which would take you into that 330s, 320s area.
Can we do Cheesecake Factory?
It's a bullish chart, dude. Be long. Stay long. That's all I can say. Keep her going. Do not fret. Keep her going.
Okay.
Solana. Yes, good. 243s. This is so right over here. You have this area. I have 243 listed. You want that to go and hold. You're holding that. You should continue this trajectory.
Okay. Snapchat.
So
TikTok was kind of
so by the way, you guys promised me that TikTok wasn't coming back, and then it came back. So I don't really know what to do with that.
Promise is a big word. I don't think I ever promised.
Oh, wait, no, you said it's not going away, and then it went away. That's what it was.
And it came back.
And then it came back. Dude, it went away, though.
And then
did you see how they brought it back? That little, like, they put it in there.
They told 170 million people, thank Donald Trump for bringing back TikTok.
I mean, if that is not
bullish, I mean, just in terms of the young generation thanking Donnie T, you know?
Not gonna lie, I asked the lady, I was like, well, she's like, so she's like, it's back now? Because I was giving a hard time. I was like, enjoy it while you can, because it's leaving. And then she's like, it's not leaving. They can't just shut it down. I was like, nope. And then it shut down. And then she looks at it, and I was like, what's it say? You know this? Oh, she's not a Trumper. She's not MAGA. She's California, very anti. But and she sees the message. She says, Trump, thank you, Trump. And I'm like, so how does it make you feel? And she goes, well, I don't know. I was like, oh, that's a big deal. If you don't know, I might have been kicked out of the house for a little while for celebrating during the whole presidential thing and the market trades.
You're talking about your wife, right?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. She like really doesn't like him. Like she's like,
dude, I live in California, bro. You don't talk about that stuff because you never know. You never know.
But does she know that the reason you're making so much money is partly and because of the Trump pump over the past 5 months? Does she get it?
We don't talk about this stuff. Like, wow. You do not bring this up, and don't say it like that. If you say it like that, it's not going to be a good conversation. What do you
never talk politics with her?
This is why you're not married, because you don't know these things.
Wait, so you never talk politics ever? Never with her? Like,
it's also my mother. So like, neither one of them. I try to keep it as tight-lipped as possible.
All right,
but you know, my father is a big Trumper. It's a big story. You got to know who you're talking to, like, and who you can talk to about certain things, and then you do your stuff. Snap doesn't look horrible, dude. I don't know. So like, if it was going to hold up, it's going to hold up right here.
Dude, maybe this is the buy before earnings. Maybe this earnings.
So I think a lot of this stuff, if you're thinking about positions, I think in general, what you can do is people tend to take little buckets of money and they rotate them around, right? And so you do little portions ahead of, and then you trim out before the actual reports. And then if you like them, then you decide what to do with it after, right? Do you add or do you just cut the position, if that makes sense? And so that's how you kind of spread out during this earnings seasons. I think this is a moment that you do that for Snap. I don't know, but like a lot of people are like, dude, this is I don't know. You talk to these kids like,
dude, they use it.
Anyone with kids is like, they all just exclusively use Snap for all their messaging and stuff.
And it's been stuck in this range for 3 years, you know?
Yeah. But there's no such thing as a triple top.
Correct.
1, 2, 3. So,
okay.
Before that, it was actually, I mean, look, I was around trading this at like 40.
I remember those days, 2021, 2022. Yeah. All right, last couple names. Can we do PATH? PATH? Robotic processing automation software. This is Unity.
I know.
You can do Unity too if you want to do Unity.
If we're gonna do Unity, I'll do Roblox. Woo!
This show's never gonna end ever. It's just never gonna end.
Roblox is looking. Look at that. Right, nice, dude. Dang. Did you notice Roblox?
We've covered it a couple times on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a position, but
I mean, this is.
They know how to monetize on their user base. Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this is getting away from us.
I don't care about owning Roblox long, so I don't really care.
Okay, so if he doesn't care about Roblox, he definitely doesn't care about Snap. That's for sure. All right, what was it? So, but he cares about Path.
No, I don't. Someone in the chat cares about Path.
Okay.
Although Sachin, who's a friend of the channel, he has a pretty big position in this as well. He thinks.
I mean, it's not going down anymore.
It felt like 80% last year, 60% this year.
It's still the same market cap as Tempest now.
Wow. Well, by the way, Trump pardoned Ross Ulbright officially. So there you go.
I think in this environment, my gut is that you get a pop into earnings, which could be to like 15s, but it's a show me story for sure. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it do this, up to 15 and then whoop. I guess what you don't want to see.
Right. I think
this would be like an ad before earnings and then trim those ads, get your cost basis down or whatever, de-risk. It'll probably pop a little bit, but I don't know. Technically, it's not out of the weeds until it's significantly over. Like, it's got to double from here to be really out of the weeds. Technically. Okay.
Quick one, ET, another energy infra name, energy transfer.
It's just going. Like, this is one, like, I would just, like, I don't know, you chase this here. It's just stay long, man. It's going. Just stay long.
Okay, and I think last one for
23 ET. Phone home. Almost just under 24.
Okay. And then Reddit. Guys, we're not doing DNA. DNA is still, if you want to look at DNA, we could, but
we looked at Reddit today. I sent you the trade, right? That's not me. That's from one of our other analysts, like a stock trader analyst. But Reddit was breaking out today out of that prior consolidation. We looked at it earlier. It was like, you don't want to chase it, but like when So it's one of those two things. You could have, I still say like, hey, this was a little sketchy to buy this because of where we were in the market. But today, breaking out of consolidation, this looks like it's ready to roll. Right here, right now, rock and roll. I'd say the twos, low twos, 210 on this bad one.
Do you want to look at DNA real quick if there's any technicals there? And I agree on Reddit, by the way. I think they're going to be profitable again, and they're going to have a good one. This one did a reverse split last year. Synthetic biology.
I know nothing here.
I think it's disgusting, bro.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. But like,
just not a good sector right now.
Are you? I don't know. Like, is this someone asking because they're long from way up there, or like to get in? So like, because if you're looking to get in on something like this, that's this low, you really need some serious due diligence. You need a catalyst, and you need a full-blown turnaround story, not just market sentiment. If you're gonna go, what we call this? Garbage dumpster diving. If you're gonna go dumpster diving, you need to have a full-blown thesis here with the stop. I'll show myself out. I love you, man.
I researched DNA a couple years ago, and it was promising, but it's not. Like, the insiders sold at like $2 pre-reverse split. So it's not that interesting anymore. Archer, yeah, you want to do that?
What was it? I never remember the ticker.
ACHR.
CHR. Holding. Some of these, like, they're like momentum stocks where like I'd be more comfortable buying the momentum than a dip necessarily, because you get like way down there. So your Momo is going to show up here for a couple bucks into the 11s. If it gets any higher, you'll probably get a little squeeze that's like a full dollar squeeze, and then stop. And it'll stop right around 11.25, and then show you what it's got from there. But this isn't a horrible setup. Decent near-term pullback. It held at 750 or whatever. 780. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, grabby grab.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we were looking at this area here. Ooh.
I just want to say this shows how much I love the chat, because I have a very heavy position in this, and I have not asked about this for 3.5 hours because I care about your guys' request. I'm just saying, like,
so this was a good pullback so far. I think, the dollar's critical, but I think some of these, look at this dollar candle, dude. Is that like it knifed at the open? Did you know that the dollar just straight knifed? It was, you're all like, what about the dollar on inauguration day? And then the market opened and it just knifed.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Yeah.
So if the dollar can stay depressed, then I think a lot of the internationals, I'm not talking about China, but everybody else, India, Japan, Singapore, even Japan, right? Like, oh yeah,
it's definitely
New Japan. Wait, because like if their yen goes up, then it's gonna be tough kind of on equities. But I don't hate like a grab with that global macro setup at all, if that makes sense.
I think the dollar depends on it, but I really do think Q4 they've got a crush, and this one's getting personal for me now because I've done so much DD that I just want to be right about this. At this, it's not even about the money anymore. So
so first of all, any stock under $10, we really just want to focus on the daily. So that's what I'm looking at here. So like this red line is $5, right? So I think you're going to see 5 in short order back to where you just came from. You now have a 200-week simple. And that's going to take you into earnings.
Right.
Which is going to be a show me, right? So you probably get to 5 or just underneath 5 ahead of earnings with both the dollar at your back, right? And that potential catalyst. And then it's a show me, and not just show me, but like, does the market really care about international, which they may. And if you can sustain over, we're going to call it 520, then you probably have a winner.
I think if we run past 5, we run into the 570s, 550. Like, I think we get back to the November high because there was no reason for us to leave the November high outside of the dollar spiking. So I feel like if we bust through, we really bust through. But they're going to have a really
Help me understand what happened here.
Oh, that was 2021. That was SPAC.
It was what?
It was SPAC, right? Like they SPAC'd and then the market, COVID and all that stuff. So they consolidated for the past 2 years, but every number is up and to the right ever since they fell 90%. Which is why I think it could pull a Rocket Lab, SoFi, Palantir, Hood, not to the extent of those names, but a double in a couple years, I don't think is asking for a lot on Grab. Especially if you dive into the numbers.
So it's this pivot, right? We might even call it 480s. And then you have
and they're 30% cash, bro. Like, what are these guys going to 50% cash now? Like, I don't think they get discounted that heavily.
I mean, yeah, but that's not going to matter that much in this market, even if it was a U.S. equity.
That's fair. It's just a healthy cushion of support, hopefully.
Yeah. So $4 was like the lows that you would have wished for.
I still think we can get to 4. If we get tariffs that are really bad for the dollar, I think 4 is definitely on the table.
Okay. It's still like 350 would have been the lows I would have wished for on Tesla. I don't think I'm going to get anymore.
Yeah.
Momentum is here. You're just now breaking through, or you're about to break through. You're going to test it.
Yeah. I agree.
We'll do it 2 ways. So this
one thing they can't do in Q4 is not be profitable. If they're not profitable, I think we tank like 15%.
Okay, so it's like this. If you get over this line, like this is going to be your 20-day simple moving average, which is white line here. It's coming out. And if the stock has this little trajectory like these, you might pop up. That's like 470. And you want to hold. Hang on. It's going to be this area right here. So you're going to want to hold from here to here. You want to see these sellers. See where they sold right here. Okay, so they sold right here, 478.
Yeah.
And they bought in this area. So this is, I'm taking from this wick up to here. And I could draw that across, and I see it as like I have some confluence. So I want to see this retest that same area. So it'll break this downtrend, this nearest term downtrend we're getting into, break it, come back down, maybe retest it, and hold. This is 470. 465. Hold that area, and that's a buy straight up, technically. And that should take you at least to the 490s. And then you want to see that higher low one more time, and you'll get to the 200 week, which is this purple line.
Right.
And then you'll show me at earnings. So this is going to be your 50-day trajectory, and you'll have a 200-week trajectory. And at that point, it could be like, whoop. And that's what you're looking for. And this is going to be like 525. That's going to be this. So these 2 peaks you need to get into and out of, because from here, like from this trajectory, you're basically just setting up to fill this move right here. And then it's show me again.
Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. The catalyst will have to be a strong report. They got to do it again.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be a strong report because I think it's so undercovered. Like it could be a strong enough report, but also enough to generate more coverage on the stock.
That's fair.
Like if it's strong enough to generate additional analysts covering the stock, that's going to be ideal.
Okay, you got time for a couple more, or you ready to end it?
That's it. Have at it.
You sure? Okay. Pinterest.
Oh, we're gonna do Pinterest. Ooh.
By the way, real quick, everyone, please make sure they are following Mr. Jason on X. His Discord, all that good stuff is in his Twitter.
Pins looks like it gets squeezy, so we get a little pre-earnings pop. I think you go ahead and take this long. There's a lot of setups. How's Meta doing? Oh yeah. Also, I'm just so shocked that Nancy had no Meta buys.
That is kind of weird, right?
I think so. I don't know how much she owns already, but Meta looks like it's gonna try for a pre-earning pop. Ooh, this is a Meta move. This is tradable. 665s, 670s.
Oh, MSTR.
That's ready. Oh, we didn't look at MSTR. Oh shit. There's Mama.
She's calling.
Hey, I'm almost done. We're in rapid fire. Okay.
Dude, I gotta let you go, bro. This is torture. This is too much.
All right, what are we doing? Last one.
Last one, guys. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Prashant. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Last one's Clean Spark and MicroStrategy. That's it. And we're done.
I'm skipping Clean Spark. We're going. Why do we do Clean Spark?
I don't know. People are asking for it. That's
400 we hit. That was the so this morning today. MSTR again. So the Bears had an opportunity to actually jump in pretty heavy because we knew that this area. We're not doing Clean Spark. I love you guys, but no. This is about 380 something. I think it was 380s. To me, 380s was the level where it's coming from here. So this is about 380 right here on January. And if you draw that 380 level across, it's very heavy interest up here, right? So we want to see what did they do at 380? And they actually bought. Like kind of blew my mind because this would have been right here. This is the moment where it could have, should have, would have gotten absolutely shellacked. Then we get the Trump notice about the crypto stuff. And then boom, Bitcoin takes a move and it's off. So as long as it's over 380, I would not be short here unless you're like up in the 455s, and you could take it for a move back down. This is a tough one, but over 380 for the bulls, it's constructive. I think there's a shareholder meeting. When's the shareholder meeting
for MSTR? That is
dilution is coming. You know that it's going to happen. You know that it's going to get approved. I think there's a catalyst for this. I don't know when it's happening. I think it's very soon though.
Usually it's in March, I think, for MSTR, but yeah, I do think dilution is at the monies are coming again. It's probably not. Stop.
Yeah. All right. So that's what I got today, my friend.
Jason, I think we do
love you guys.
Stickers. I love you, brother.
Approved it today, Victor. All right, there you go. So yeah, so I think that's the thing. It was approved today, but it's coming. We weren't thinking that was not going to get approved.
100%. Jason, please make sure to follow him on Twitter. We'll see you next Tuesday. Love you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Love you too. Adios. See you guys.
Adios. Bye. All right, guys, we are done. I'm sorry we didn't get to some of these names. I always feel bad, but we got through a lot of them, and it's just trying to fit all of them in one of these. So yeah, that's pretty much it. After hours, still kind of crazy. We got Trump not acknowledging or kind of acknowledging the meme coin. We got Bitcoin at 106. We got Palantir pumping on the Stargate $500 billion announcement around AI infrastructure spend. We have Ross Ulbright that officially got pardoned. I mean, just so many things going on. in the stock market. A lot of these headlines, probably tons of implications of these headlines over the next few months that we're going to see. And then we had Netflix, which absolutely demolished earnings and is looking like it wants to hit $1,000 a share with 19 million new subscribers. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dude, it's up $123 overnight or after hours. Like, what a move, bro. I don't know if Netflix has had a 15% move like that in a while. Incredible. Incredible stuff. And good. Like, you know, at the end of the day, we need Netflix and companies like them to have good earnings. It shows the consumer strong. It shows that there is demand for products and services. And it ultimately shows that big tech should continue to be big tech. All right. That's it for me. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow on the market open. Tomorrow's earnings in the morning. We have J&J, P&G, Ally Financial, and GEV. So, I mean, I guess the GEV is kind of important. P&G is important. J&J is very important given the Moderna stuff we've seen. Ally Financial got hit badly last time, so we'll see how they perform. And then after the close, we have Discover and Kinder Morgan. So nothing too crazy tomorrow, to be honest. Nothing too crazy for the rest of the week. We got American Express later, American Airlines, Verizon, and then GE. That's it. So the rest of this week, nothing too insane. Next week is when everything goes crazy. Wednesday in particular, Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, JPound the same day, T-Mobile, NASDAQ, ADP. I mean, it's going to be a wild next week for earnings. But that's pretty much it today. Yes, the headline on TikTok is that Trump is open to Elon buying it. Dude, I remember when I read the Bloomberg headline a week ago, everyone thought it was BS. It feels like my thesis was Elon didn't deny it. Usually he denies all the fake news. He stayed quiet about the TikTok headline. There might be a world where maybe Elon doesn't literally buy it, but he's part of a deal that creates the ownership structure for a United States company versus a Chinese entity on TikTok. So there might be something that's important around that deal as well. All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow on the market open, and we'll keep going from there. Bye, everyone. Have a good one. Love you guys. Good night.